Hello candidates, and welcome back to the lesson. The subject is governance and compliance audit. Today we are going to study governance and compliance report on the annual report. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the structure and elements of a governance and compliance report on the annual report. And in corporate governance context, a governance and compliance report included in an annual report is a public facing declaration of how the organization has applied governance principles throughout the financial year. And unlike a private internal audit report, which focuses on specific failings, the report in the annual report is a statement of compliance that is intended for the shareholders, regulators, and the public. For the purpose of the report in the annual report, we are talking about, candidates, the governance and compliance report in the annual report. So the governance and compliance report is included within an annual report. So the question we may want to answer before we look at the structure is, what is the purpose of this report in the annual report? And I've just said that this statement of compliance is intended for shareholders, the regulators, and the public. So what is the purpose, first of all? What is the purpose of including this report in the annual report? One is transparency. Transparency. Okay? This report provides stakeholders with an understanding of the board's oversight and effectiveness of the risk management framework. Another purpose is related to accountability. Accountability. It forces the board to publicly state whether they have followed the relevant governance codes, like the corporate governance code or like the Mongozo code, and so on. You understand? Number 3 is comply or explain. Now, here, candidates, this report allows the organization to disclose areas where they did not meet the specific standards, and then they ought to provide an explanation as to why they did not comply. So these 3 points explain the reasons why we have a governance and compliance report on the annual report. So what is the structure? What is the structure of this report? Structure. That by structure we are studying now what is included in this report. So a standard governance and compliance section within an annual report typically includes things like the chairman's statement on governance, the statement of the chairman on governance. This is a high-level narrative from the board chair affirming the organization's commitment to ethical leadership and the tone at the top. Number 2 is board composition and diversity. Board composition and diversity is also one of the elements in this report. The report must have a list of directors, their qualifications, and their independent status. The report also includes attendance records for board and committee meetings. It includes a disclosure of the board's diversity, and this diversity could be on the basis of gender. There could be diversity on the basis of the skills, age, and so on. 3. Committee reports. This report also has the committee reports, like the audit committee's reports, the risk management committee, the remuneration committee, and so on. Then there is statement of compliance, statement of compliance. Now, apart from the committee reports, which you've said, it could be the audit committee report, which details on the financial oversight and the relationship with the external auditor. We may have the risk management committee report, which states how the organization identifies and mitigates strategic and operational risks. We may also have the remuneration committee, which discloses executive pay and how it aligns with the long-term performance of the organization. So that is the audit reports. We also have the statement of compliance. Statement of compliance. This is a definitive yes or no section where the board certifies compliance with specific laws and regulations, like the data protection laws, international treaties, and so on. So within the structure of the governance and compliance report in the annual report, we have the chairman statement on governance, the board composition and diversity, the committee reports, and also the statement of compliance. Now, what then is the role of the auditor when it comes to the annual report? What is the role of the auditor? What is the role of the auditor? Let's discuss the role of the auditor. The role of the auditor. What is the role? What is the auditor's role when it comes to the annual report? Now, while the annual report is prepared by the management and approved by the board, the auditor has a specific role regarding this section. For example, one role is just a consistency check. Consistency check. The auditor reviews the governance report to ensure it is not inconsistent with the financial statements. Another role is in relation to the special reports. Special reports. Now, in some jurisdictions, the auditor must issue a separate assurance report specifically on the statement of compliance. All right, the auditor must also issue a separate assurance report. Another role is in relation to the non-financial information. Non-financial information. Non-financial information. Auditors ensure that non-financial information like the environmental, the social, and governance data mentioned are backed by evidence. Within this report, there could be non-financial information. So the auditor has to ensure that the information that is provided, the non-financial information that is provided, is backed by evidence. You understand? Yes. So that is all, candidates, for today's lesson on governance and compliance report in the annual report. We've studied the purpose, transparency, accountability, comply or explain. Then we've stated that within this report, there has to be the chairman's statement on governance, a board composition and diversity, the committee reports, and also the statement of compliance. We've also stated the role of the auditor. He has to carry out a consistency check We may issue a special report. There is also checking evidence that is supposed to ensure that the non-financial information is backed by evidence. Thank you for attending today's lesson. In our next session, we are going to study the interim, final, and abridged reports. Bye-bye.